Hello everyone and welcome back in this video series of the PYQ analysis, or you can say the decoding of history optional syllabus through PYQ analysis. Today we are going to discuss or decode the syllabus of history optional chapter number 5 paper 1, that is your Aryan and Vedic period. If you look at the previous year questions or the papers, you will find that from this section also UPSC has repeatedly asked question, or from this chapter also UPSC has asked questions repeatedly. Each year, almost each year, you will get a question from this chapter, and thus it becomes one of the most prominent chapter. As we have seen in IBC period also, UPSC have asked questions on repeated basis. Every year they ask one question. यहाँ पे भी वही trend. But let's break up the whole syllabus and try to find out which part of this chapter is more important. So let's start with the first part, which is given in your syllabus, that is expansion of Aryans in India. Expansion of Aryans से direct question कोई नहीं आया है, but this year UPSC has asked a question. 2023 में they have asked a question related to Aryan problem. Okay, and it is related to the coming of Aryans and this whole their expansion in India and all. So therefore I have kept this under this you can say subheading of your expansion of Aryans in India, although it is directly related to coming of Aryans in India, or that related to that we have this problem called Aryan problem in your Indian history. You have a question this year from this section. Moving ahead, the second heading is your religious and philosophical literature. In this chapter, one of the most important section is this only, religious and philosophical literature. If you divide this whole Vedic period and Vedic literature, you can divide it into 4 Vedas. The first and the foremost is the Rig Veda. Then you have Atharvaveda, Ajurveda, Yajurveda, and then Samveda. And then आपके you have Upanishads related to each of these Vedas. Brahmana bhi hai, Aryanak bhi hai, all of that is part of these Vedas only. In that, among all these religious literatures, the most important section is your Upanishads. Upanishads, if you look, UPSC has asked question twice. 2021, 2014, and if you look at the question, it is kind of repetition of the same question. Okay, then Rig Veda se bhi 2020 mein they have asked a question, that Rig Veda and the gods, the religious or the nature of gods, that have been asked in 2020. I have tried to break this whole subtopic, that is your religious and philosophical literature, into different subheadings. Rig Veda important hai. Later Vedic literature mein we don't have any prominent question asked apart from this. Upanishads jo har Ved se related hote hain, Upanishads, therefore I have kept in a separate category. Then nature of God is again very prominent development which UPSC has asked repeatedly, 2011 mein and 1993 mein. You know Rig Vedic gods, then how they are divided in the basis of your territorial gods, celestial gods, atmospheric gods, so different realm mein divided hain, all of that we need to see. Then nature of sacrifice. Sacrifice is the mode of worship of this Vedic period, and from this period, what was this purpose of this sacrifice, that has been asked by UPSC in this history optional paper, and the nature. Then next one is approach to understand Vedic religion. So you can see the religion of your Aryans or this Vedic period becomes one of the core topic of this chapter, which is repeatedly asked. Nature of God ho, chahe mode of worship, that is sacrifice ho, ya fir approach to study Vedic religion hai, all of this has been asked. Although this term, this kind of differentiation or classification is not given in your syllabus, but I have made it for you so that you can understand ki which part of this chapter is the most. Next, iske baad we have your transformation from Rig Vedic to later Vedic period. We know that the Vedic period comprises of two: Rig Vedic, that is early Vedic period, and later Vedic period. What was the political situation, economic situation, social situation during your Rig Vedic period? How it changed, why it changed, and what change we saw in the political, social, and economic features of your later Vedic period. That is the transformation. And UPSC has asked question from one section of this transformation, that is social transformation. Agar dekhoge, early to later Vedic period, UPSC has repeatedly asked question from that section. Say for example 19 May, 16 May, 2004, 1998, social transformation. That becomes one of the most. Economic transformation भी पूछा हुआ है. In 1998 pastoral society कैसे agriculture society में convert होती है, all of that. Political में we have no prominent question being asked from yet. तो ट्रांसफॉर्मेशन में हमें फोकस सबसे ज्यादा किस पे करना है? सोशल पे. देन इकोनॉमी एंड बेसिक आइडिया ऑफ पॉलिटिकल ट्रांसफॉर्म. देन इसके बाद वी नीड टू सी सिग्निफिकेंस ऑफ वैदिक एज. यूपीएससी हैज नॉट आस्क्ड एनी क्वेश्चन फ्रॉम हियर. सिग्निफिकेंस ऑफ वैदिक एज येट. एवोल्यूशन ऑफ मोनार्की पे भी कोई क्वेश्चन नहीं है. We will see that this later Vedic period is it's kind of a transitionary phase where the janpads were formed. जनपद्स, जन जो है ऋग वैदिक पीरियड के वो ट्रांसफॉर्म हो चुके हैं जनपद्स में, एंड दीज जनपद्स विल ट्रांसफॉर्म इनटू महाजनपद पीरियड ड्यूरिंग योर महाजनपद फेज. ओके, एंड that is the evolution of monarchy. Although we have not seen any direct question from this evolution of monarchy, but yes, we will have a basic discussion on it. Evolution of Varna system. Yes, UPSC has asked a question in 2013 from this subheading, that is evolution of Varna system. So from this chapter, the most important section is definitely your religion, the religious and philosophical literature, and then the transformation it is the social transformation, your Varna system, evolution of Varna system, that is also related to that social transformation only. So these two things must be dealt, and they must be covered holistically. Okay, we'll meet again with new chapter and the analysis of the PYQ of those chapters to decode the most important sections of our history optional syllabus. Till then, thank you and all the best.